And we have more now on the recent violent surge in Iraq as the U.S. weighs how to respond to Iraq's request for assistance. This morning, Senate Armed Services Committee member Jack Reed was part of that briefing, the classified briefing. Senator Reed joins me now from Capitol Hill. And, Senator, I just want to share with you that the president has had a photo opportunity. We're waiting for that tape to be fed out by the so-called pool. But we understand that he said that he's not ruling out anything in terms of helping Iraq deal with the insurgents. What do you think the U.S. should do?
Well, we have to recognize that we cannot do for the Iraqis what they're not willing or able to do for themselves. So our first responsibility is to ensure that they're using all the resources that they have, and they're significant, to first counter the resurgence of ISIS and then to begin to roll back their gains. But this is a government and a security force that has been significantly supplied by the United States. There's been more than a decade of training. They have the capability. The question, which was so obvious, is where's the leadership and the will? And that's what we have to do. If they don't have that, then we have to be very, very skeptical of their capability, not their capabilities, but their intentions and their ultimate sort of success.
Why have we been unable to get the Maliki government, to get Maliki to open up and be more inclusive? Because he's now driven Sunnis into the arms of the Sunni insurgents by excluding them from any kind of legal participation in society.
I think you're absolutely right. This is a military crisis at the moment, but it's been a political crisis for months, if not years, because of Maliki's behavior. Some of it is his own temperament, his own sort of sense of what he has to do to maintain his power. Other aspects reflects the deep divide still between the Shia community and the Sunni community. And until he can sort of reestablish a working relationship with significant elements in the Shia community, which he presumably has better bearing there, and also the Sunni and Kurdish community, then that's the key question.
What makes us think that Maliki is either able or willing? I mean, we've seen how his military that we supposedly helped train abandoned their posts, abandoned their uniforms and their equipment to the insurgents, who then, some of it was carried across the border. Well, there is no border, carried into Syria.
Well, I think the reality of the situation is even, I believe, penetrated President Maliki. He knows this is sort of a critical battle, an existential battle, and at times, thinking back over the years, he has taken action, positive action, which surprised us. He was the one that initiated sort of actions against Shia militia in Basra in the first few years of his leadership, which anticipated our action against them, and at that point suggested to many people, including in the Sunni community, that he was going to take a more even-handed approach. But over the last months and years, he's been much more exclusive than inclusive. He has, I think, seen this coming, but has not dealt with it reasonably. He hasn't taken effective steps to ensure that the leadership of his army is the most capable rather than the most dependable politically to him. So there's a whole host of issues, but he is staring a very stark reality in the face, and that can, I hope, transform his previous behavior into something that's much more effective for his country.
Senator Jack Reed, thank you so very much.